Hi guys, Luke from Lucas Cars, and today we've got a video on toy grade versus hobby grade. First off, this is like a new RC garage thing. It's not painted or anything yet, it's just kind of half built kind of thing. Everything's built except for the door's not glued on and the shutter's not glued on, but you can half see at the minute. But this will all get painted at some point. But yeah, anyway, back to the video. So there's a question that I don't know how many people ask this, but it's kind of a thing that people might not know about the difference between toy grade and hobby grade, because there is a massive difference between the two. This one you can see in front of us is a toy grade. May not look toy grade, but it is. It's 1/10 scale, so it's the exact same size as all my other cars. But one of the key sort of points that a toy grade may have compared to another one is price. This only costs £30. And then my other 1/10 scale car costs £100, so there's a £70 difference there. But what are you actually getting for that price difference? So this one, you can't really do much to it as such. I'll show you in a sec comparing the other car that I've got, just comparing for this video. I've got quite a few, but anyway, so yeah, this one you can't really modify at all. If you take the shell off, I've unscrewed 4 bolts. This shell, for starters, isn't meant to be taken off. The wheels you can't take off. Well, you can't take them off and put some other wheels on like all my other cars. The windows are like blacked out. I guess you could do that with any car, but this isn't a shell, this is hard plastic, which you can get on a hobby grade, but they're more likely to be Lexan. So when you take this off, as you can see, it's kind of like a toy car underneath. Yeah, so that's it. It kind of looks like an F1 car kind of thing. It's, yeah, underneath here is kind of just a, I can't think of the proper name, but it's like a board, like whatever you call them, green boards with all the wires on and that controls it. There's a tiny motor in the back axle. It's very cheap. The steering on a toy grade, literally if you turn left, full steering left, turn right, full steering right. So let's get to the hobby grade and compare it now. So here we go, this is my Vitera V100 Nissan Silvia S13 shell I've got on it. This is custom paint and stuff, but that's the kind of a point there. This can be modified, the other one can't really be modified at all unless you're good at modifying circuit boards, that's the word. Unless you're good at doing circuit board and stuff, but they're not meant to be modified. This is easy to mod. Has pins, so the body is meant to be taken off. Very easy to access. The main electronics, that comes off like that, as you can see. I did have light kit in this because you can, because it's hobby grade. There's so many upgrade parts for this. Yeah, so this is the chassis kind of thing. As you can see, there's a lot more going on compared to that. This has actually got everything you can see. So the motor's under that, that's just a sort of a protector thing. There's an ESC. So I'll go through the main, might as well go through the main electronics. So there's a motor, ESC, receiver, and there's a servo. The servo turns the car, receiver sort of tells everything what to do, the controller, so you'll be telling the car to turn, it'll turn or accelerate, so on. Obviously motor powers the car, reverse and brake and everything. ESC is kind of the motor control, so it sort of connects to the receiver and sort of tells it when the motor wants to speed up and stuff when you're telling it to. So yeah, the batteries for a car, there's a lot of batteries. I'm going to get into the batteries now. As you can see, I have a selection of batteries, and these are all hobby grade batteries, so you get them all in different sizes. I'm not going to go too into detail, but as you can see, this is a standard HPI battery. So there's the 2000, that's the size of the battery. Then there's the volts, that's kind of like the size of like the actual power kind of thing. That's the main sort of things you need to look for when you're buying a battery. This is a standard sort of nickel metal hydride, however you say the word properly. So yeah, 2000, it's a decent amount. It's quite a good battery, I'd say. It's a standard one you get with the HPI Crawler King and many other HPI cars. So it's not too bad. A lot of people don't like these, but it's a good battery, I'd say, for beginners and just a standard car. This is a bit bigger, 3000. Then we get up to things like LiPo batteries. These can be quite expensive. This was 40 something pounds. These you have to have a special charger for. Do have a different plug, but you can get these on the other batteries. They're called a Dean's plug. Then this is where you charge the actual battery. This is called a 3S LiPo, which is very powerful, and you can see all the volts and stuff. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm sort of comparing the two cars. The main thing I'm going on about here, loads of batteries, loads of options for the hobby grade. For the toy grade, it's literally, there's a door at the bottom and you put normal batteries in there. So this thing's going to be really slow, and the hobby grade is going to be really quick because it's got a lot of power, and you can upgrade it to make it even faster, such as my other Vetera V100. They've got a brushless system in. That's another type of motor and ESC, and it's quick. Which you'll see. I'll probably link a video down below so you can see sort of a clip of that, or I'll just add it in now, one of the two. As you can see, it's the same size as the other car because this shell goes right at the top. So I guess in a way you could modify this for normal shells, but it's a slow car, you can't drift it, you can't really do much with it because the turning's all off. With a hobby grade you can sort of turn it a little bit or turn it loads. There's a lot of range in the steering. Change the wheels as well. There's nothing you can do with it really. So yeah, which one would you go for if you're looking at an RC car? I'd say the best option is obviously hobby grade because there's so much you can do to the car, but obviously if you're on a budget you might not want to spend £100 on a car. But I did just do a video on a budget hobby grade car that was only £49, so I guess some people might class that still as expensive. So if you can't afford something like that, then I guess you just have to go for a toy grade one. But I guess they can still be fun for younger kids because obviously they're not on about going 40-50 miles an hour with an RC car. They just want to play with it on like the front garden or anything like that. But this isn't going to go off-road, the toy grade one, at all. Or yeah, it's not going to do much. But if you can, I'd stretch your budget and get a proper hobby grade one, because you can always upgrade and make it to sort of fit your needs as such. Just to sum up, so toy grade, you can't upgrade, there's nothing you can really do to it much unless you're proper, put a lot of work into it. Hobby grade, it's already ready, there's a lot of spare parts on the market. If you break this thing, I don't have a clue how you'd find any spare parts for it. If I broke this, there's loads of parts for this. So it's sort of, it knows it's going to be quicker, it's better in every way. Just, it costs a bit more, but you're paying for the quality and the manufacturer's brand and everything like that. This is kind of, obviously it's still a Nico or whatever you call it, Nico, I think it's Nico. It says underneath. Yeah, it says N on it, so yeah, it's a Nico, yeah, it says Nico on it. Kind of see there, yeah, Nico. So it's still a decent brand in the toy grade thing, but I wouldn't buy one unless you're buying it knowing that it's not going to be super fast and you're not expecting it to perform like one of these. You're expecting it to perform like a toy grade RC. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe for weekly updates and videos, and probably some videos on the garage as well because it needs to get painted and everything like that. Detail it up. So yeah.